And then I worked. I went hospital Monday. No, I went hospital on Sunday. My asthma started playing up. Saturday I worked. And then bank holiday I had to work to get the extra day. So yesterday. And then I had a quick panic practice for about 2 hours yesterday. So yes! And I drove here to this morning as well. At 5 o'clock. Oh, 4:45.
Which hotel did you book in there?
Huh? No, I'm working with, he had a family room, Mark. So, but we managed to switch it for a double, for a, single. Good. No, but I'm just saying, right? I'm just gonna weigh it up, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's what I mean. But you know what I'm saying, right? I'm not being negative, but yeah.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you know what, but I was just happy to be there. You know, when I lived up in Sheffield for 5 years, I never went to the prison. Never
First time being there?
Yeah.
It's special, isn't it? Yeah. It's nothing like you watch on TV, it's a feel of it.
Oh no, there's a weird like intensity. There's a really weird intensity.
Yeah, I hope they never
periodic.
watch it, 'cause there's nothing like that.
It was on, there's nothing like it. But it's weird. It's such a weird intensity.
Yeah.
And when Williams put in that instant break, wherever it was, just before the session, honestly, I've never seen anything like it in my life. You know, that was a fucking unbelievable break. Okay, here you are. But yeah, I was out at Sheffield and like I saw a couple of my mates and like.
Right after.
No, I came straight here, but I was there about 4 o'clock and then like hung around for a couple of hours. And I went round Sheffield and yeah, do you know what? Honestly, it's still an absolute shithole. Yeah, no, it really is. You know, Manchester's nice because it's a proper city, but Sheffield's getting worse. Like, loads of fucking shops are closed down and all that shit. There is some closed down. Yeah, that's right, yeah.
I'm thinking it's something like that challenge shop.
Yeah, right, yeah. Turn it, no, I said to my mates, I said, fucking hell, Sheffield's turned into Rotherham.
No, it's nice. Life's still alive, right?
Yeah, well, because it's shit load of shoes, isn't it? No, I was just happy to be in Sheffield, to be fair. I really, really enjoyed being up there. It's been a while since I've been last in Sheffield. I love it, honestly, because it's the people. I make loads of friends up in Sheffield. Honestly. So, yeah, no, I was happy to be at Crucible. Happy here today. I've got to try and put myself up. And then I'm not worried about my first match, but the second match I've got either Tom Staveley or Dave Hopkins. So, I'm hoping it's Dave because I can drag him down to my level. But Tom, I can't drag Tom to my level. Yeah, but Dave I can. You know what I mean? I can sit there and sharp the fuck out of him. You know what I'm saying? No, honestly, because Dave, because I'm such good mates with him and all that, I get in his head. You know, I told him I'll call this some.
He can relax more this year than last year.
No, I told him. I told him I'll call this some problems so that they can sit on my position. You know what I'm saying? You know.
Look at that, yeah.
He's a filthy. So yeah, no, I'm looking forward to it. And, you know, honestly, if I can drag
I
them to
think
my
that'd do
level,
me.
if I can get them wound up a bit.
Cool. We're over there on table 2 in a minute. So that one. There's the camera up there. So it's not quite as glamorous as I was hoping. Not quite like that arena, but that should be good. About an hour to go. I was going to wander about.
Oh yeah. Volume 12 is in Costco. Yeah, I'm sure. About 12 quid. So just about just all take. Just give it to
Right, it's Wednesday the 7th. Didn't really get any footage yesterday, apart from some game footage, so thought I'd better give a quick update. Played my first game against Pijus Labutis. Well, I practiced a bit in the morning and the day before, and I just struggle so much. My cue's got so much deflection on that table, on those tables, when they've got super brand new slick cloths. And I practiced with Anthony's cue like a little bit on the Monday, and I could pop with his cue, and I just couldn't pop with mine. But anytime I played a sort of stun, anywhere sort of like in the middle third of the ball with side, I was just getting so much deflection. And I tried getting I can't really watch it back. I was hoping I'd get the footage because I was on the live stream table, but I can't watch it back and record it, which is a bit annoying. But yeah, I just missed so many shots like early on. I had a lot of chances. I was playing Pijus Labutis, like one of the top players. I had so many like opportunities. It's really weird actually. That match, I've won matches with half as many chances as I did in that one, and I lost 9-1. It's pathetic. But I just I had a real, at the start I tried getting going and I just missed a couple of balls. Or I played like a few shots on the trot and they all like threw thick because of playing them with sort of outside spin. And then eventually I like didn't get good position, and then I had to play another one, like a 7 ball, and stun it round a couple of cushions with side, and it just threw thick. And it just seemed to be the story of the game, especially for the first few racks. And I don't know what happened. I did it like a couple of times, and my bottle just completely went. I like shat myself a little bit there. So I had a bit of a wobble, and then went down to like 5-0 down. And I could have won every one of those games, I was sure of it. And then I got a chance, I was sitting there like, I don't know, this is the thing, so like, I keep doing this I've got this really bad habit, which is like, if I start missing balls for something like that is, I'm missing balls because I'm not aiming to compensate for the extra amount of deflection I'm getting on my cue. I'm still aiming at the same potting angle. And what I keep trying to do, which is the worst thing you could possibly do, because I was cueing all right in practice before, is like I was trying to like fix my cue action to make me pot the balls when it probably was fine. I was probably delivering the cue straight, as opposed to just changing where I was aiming the ball. Because if I'd have actually started aiming for like the jaw of the pocket rather than the centre of the pocket or something, they'd probably start going in. But yeah, so I started fucking around with my technique, and before I knew it, I couldn't hold a cue properly, and I was all over the show. So I completely demolished my own confidence there. I'm not so, obviously he's a tremendous player, but he didn't really do that much. He didn't have to. He left me loads of opportunities. I just wasn't capable of clearing them up. I did manage to like snap myself out of it, like I said, I went a bit nervous. I don't normally get nervous, but every now and then something like really unsettles me, and that definitely did, especially being on the TV table as well. I was a little bit uncomfortable about that, and it just sort of like, once I started missing all these silly shots, it really like just set me up for failure a little bit, really. So I managed to snap myself out of it, cleared up like in the 6th frame, not too bad. Then I had a couple of games where I didn't really get a chance. I think I just got out, I just snookered those 2 games, pretty much every shot, and just left him in. But then the last couple of games, again, I think I had a chance to win both of those. Like, really good chance. I remember like the second to last game, I had ball in hand, and it was the easiest clearance in the world. All I had to do was like, I played a 2 ball, and all I had to do was like stun up the table, and I like screwed back a foot, obviously because I just didn't take account of how reactive the table was. And then it left me on a funny 3 ball, and I played it with topspin. It just threw really thick as well, and I missed that. So I like ball in hand, and I played 1 ball. I mean, what the hell? I can't even remember what happened in the last game, but it was probably pretty shit. So, got to get all these notifications coming up while I'm trying to record this. So that was a bit crap. So I was feeling a bit low after that. It's annoying because even when I was like 4-0 down, I was really enjoying the game. But by the end of it, I'm like, this is just doing my head in. What have I done to myself? I'm not like this normally. I'm normally quite mentally resilient, normally pretty good at playing under pressure. But so it's quite depressing when you kind of arse falls out, even if it was temporary, and I sort of sorted myself out. So that wasn't great. A 9-1 loss from that amount of chances. Jesus Christ. I don't know how I didn't, like, any other situation, I would have won that game with that number of chances, let alone 9-1. That's just mad. So I played that, and then tried going for lunch with Helen and Anthony. Then we decided to bring Simon Flaxman and Joe and his pal, and tried going for lunch at Pizza Express. Obviously, I was on at 4. Sat there for 25 minutes or something. Didn't even get offered a drink, so we left. Went next door, sat there for flipping ages to bloody ZZ's. And then bloody Simon and Joe and that ordered flipping starters. So I had to sit there waiting for them to have all that stuff. And by the time my food turned up, which is of course the last one, it was 3 o'clock. And I'm like, fucking lose, because I hate eating like right before playing. I hate playing with a full stomach. So I had to like pile in half a pizza really quickly and then fucking leg it up the road. So I was like stressed off my nut about that, and like stomach felt a bit sick. So I went and played a guy called Gabriel Vasilacci, who I've beaten quite a number of times recently. But again, I was like in a good mood, and I just carried on playing shit. So yeah, he didn't really have to, he played well, to be fair. He played, but he's always plays well. Whenever I have beaten him, it's not because he's rubbish, it's because I've just played better than him. But I was nowhere up to it at all yesterday. Just a really bad day at the office. And but no, he did a few really good clearances. I think I've got some footage of that. I think Helen filmed some of that. I was hoping to like rip some of the footage off of my match against Pijus Labutis, but just not up on the playback yet. So maybe in the future I can get that. Be interesting. I should do some commentary on it and explain why I'm so shit. So yeah, I'm out. And last night I couldn't believe how badly that went. So I was really fucking depressed about it. I just had to, on the way out, I just picked my cue up and threw it in the bin. And because I thought, this is fucking useless, I can't play with this thing, it's just not fit for purpose. My cue's great for like tables with no slide on it and slow ones. Like if I go to St Albans, for example, or even on our table now the cloth's worn in, you're punching balls in, and I'm like, I think I've trained myself to like hit the ball in a way that is probably the most susceptible to the deflection, because I'm sort of like punching a lot of shots, and I'm playing like stuns with side spin, and that's like the way I'm hitting the ball there. That's like the worst way to hit the ball on that table, because it's got the most amount it's going to throw the cue ball offline. So, but the trouble is, because I'm so I've trained myself to play on my table with my cue, and also I play a lot of snooker on like social club tables, which are normally like slow as dirt, and you're having to whack everything. So I need to make, if I want to go to these events again, I need to make a significant change. I think I'm going to get a Revo shaft, and because it's just going to, take out the massive amount of deflection I have on these tournament tables, slidey tables, and I'm going to have to change my cue action slightly to try. I need to be slower through the cue ball and more pushy. You watch the pros here, they're not really punching anything. They're sort of just stroking through everything, which is great for these tables. But you wouldn't be able to like get the cue ball around at St Albans or something like that on those sand tables. So it's a bit of a compromise. And I certainly wouldn't be able to play snooker like that. So that might be the end of the snooker. I might just play Monday night snooker league, but not really try and compete, because I just wouldn't get any cue ball. God, I'm getting 19 messages at once. Go away. I need to put this on. I'm going to put this on Do Not Disturb. Yeah, so I'm going to have to drop the snooker, apart from just playing on Monday night. But it's what it is. If I want to do well at these things, I've got to make changes that suit the conditions. So what I'm doing isn't working. Anyway, however, Anthony hits the ball completely differently to me. I think he'll do a bit better. He's got a better cue for it as well, and he seemed to get on all right with these tables. So he had his first match was supposed to be against Jeffrey Roda from the Philippines, but apparently he had a visa issue. So he's not turned up. So Anthony's through to like winners round 1 or something like that. He's got to play a guy called Mohammed Barbad, I believe his name is. I did Google him. He seems to have like a TikTok channel. I watched one video of him potting a ball off another ball. Seems half decent, so it should be an interesting game. He looks a good player. So I'm going to go and try and get some footage of that and go and watch that match in a minute. So yeah, my tournament's a bit of a write-off. It's disappointing. I put so much hours of work in, and I practiced so much recently, and I played probably the worst tournament I've played maybe ever. It's not very good, really. But thankfully, I've come out the other side of being miserable as crap about it. So I'm just going to go and give some Anthony some support. So I better get my arse up and get down there, because he's on in about an hour. I'll do it again. Oh, he's not going to do it now. He had to do a load of 12s. I'll do it again. You're in it now. Hard luck. Here's a smile. Hey. Anthony's practice game. Oh God. Camera case needs a wipe. Hang on. I'll pop this ball and take the camera out of its case. This off is a big good shot. I'm going to try and jump 2 balls. It's an effort. Get lucky though. I bought too big a phone, it's killing my fingers. Shot. Boom. zoom out a bit more. It's just all your chin otherwise. How's it going?
Excellent. I'm sat next to
Thank you very much.
I'd like to thank Adam Humphries, Simon Parker,
Simon Faxman, Simon McDougall, all the other ones.
Simon Says. That's it. Having a great event because I'm not playing.
Where's your press pass, man? You should have that on. You should be wearing that like a badge of honour.
Sorry, you're right.
We're having an interlude while they go. Oh no, actually he's going to play a shot again now.
I was going to say, you might want to... This baby gets you in anywhere.
And he means anywhere.
I got free chicken at Nando's, just going to whip this bad boy out.
This is going to look like I'm filming this guy's shot. When he moves, let's test the zoom function on this new camera out. There he is. Hey! Oh, somebody like hating us. Soaking up all the atmosphere, making the most of his ticket. Tough fight ball on these tables. It's very hard to pop the balls down the rail. They throw really thick. Stop. Oh, we film this because I don't want to see them to be under pressure. You enjoying the pool? Enjoying taking lots of photos?
Yeah, it's really good fun.
What's your favourite thing?
Taking the bears.
Well, that's pretty obvious, that wasn't it? Yeah, I really hope that's a chair. Right, just getting one last look at the venue before we go home. Well, back to the hotel for some grub. It's like 7 o'clock now, so we'll get some dinner in and then yeah, have a debrief of Anthony. And I keep saying it's Anthony. I've known him for 20 years and I pronounce his name wrong every flipping time.